It is now 1 o'clock here at the KFYR Plus News Desk, and today we are speaking with Kara Egan, co-founder and CEO of Teal Health, about a groundbreaking development. North Dakota women now can screen for cervical cancer at home with the first FDA-cleared self-collection kit, making prevention more accessible and, of course, more convenient. Kara, thank you for your visit today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So, what inspired Teal Health to create an at-home cervical cancer screening option?
Yeah, well, it's two things. One, women just deserve better healthcare options. But two, we were seeing a real problem in the US where close to 1 in 3 women are currently behind on their cervical cancer screening. And cervical cancer is entirely preventable through regular screening. So it was really important to catch people back up, especially after kind of the downgrade that we saw in COVID.
Okay, without details, how does the collection process work, and how accurate is it compared to a traditional pap smear?
Yeah. So what we use is the leading screening, which is called primary HPV, and it's incredibly accurate. So what we showed in our clinical trial is that women collecting at home had the exact same accuracy as a clinician at home in the office, and that accuracy was 96%. So it's highly accurate. So now a woman can take the exact same test that's used in the doctor's office comfortably and confidently from home, and it takes only about 2 minutes total, and you just kind of use this soft sponge and rotate 10 times. That's all it takes to collect an adequate sample.
Okay, what steps were involved, Kara, for getting the FDA clearance for this product?
Yeah, I mean, as you know, it's a cervical cancer screening, and bringing a cancer screening home is incredibly important to have accuracy. So we did a 16-site nationwide clinical trial to make sure that we were able to compare a self-collected sample using the Teal wand with a doctor-collected sample. And as I said, we had the exact same accuracy at 96%, catching disease.
How do you expect this innovation to impact cervical cancer rates in rural communities?
Yeah, I mean, we think it can increase rates in all communities because what's happening is there's a shortage of physicians. And so it's really hard to find a doctor's appointment. It's really hard to find time in your day, whether that's for work, childcare, transportation. So whether you're rural or in an urban or suburban setting, we think that this is going to increase it. We've already been in the market in several different states, and over half of the women that have been using the Teal wand were behind on their screening, so hadn't screened in more than 5 years. So we are seeing a really nice uptake. Women want to be healthy. They just need an option that works for them.
And what are some of the biggest barriers that women are facing getting screened these days? And what does this do to salute that? Or what is the solution from this?
Yeah. So as I mentioned, there's kind of three main reasons why women aren't getting screened. The first is it's hard to find a doctor's appointment. So you're able to connect with a clinician via telehealth. So that's really important. The second is finding time in your day, and telehealth can also address that too, where it's just easy to find 10 minutes at the beginning or end of your day or even during a lunch break to meet with a Teal clinician. And the last is discomfort with the exam. The current process is pretty invasive and women don't enjoy it. And so we're able to address the top three reasons by making it really comfortable and convenient to access it via telehealth and in your home.
Let's talk about cost. What is it going to cost, and will insurance coverage for at-home tests?
Yeah. So our goal is to get this fully covered, and we're working with a lot of the large payers to make sure, or insurance companies, to make sure that this can happen. It is a grade A preventive screening. And so that's the goal. But the way that we do it today is if you're in network with one of the large 5 insurance companies in the US, we're able to take the telehealth portion with them, and then it's $99 for the kit. And then if you don't have insurance, it's $249.
Okay, so let's tell the viewers how it works out, Kara. So you got a website, or where do they get
Yeah.
the wand, and then it gets delivered right to their doorstep, right?
Exactly. So you come to getteal.com and you fill in a short form, and then you're matched with a clinician. It's really important that you have a clinician through the whole process because it's a cancer screening. We want to make sure that both you get screened, but also you understand your results and what they mean. So you meet with a doctor, we send the kit at home, it comes at home. Everything you need is inside the kit. You collect comfortably and privately, and then you send the sample to the lab. It's run on the exact same test that's used in the doctor's office. And as I mentioned earlier, we have the exact same accuracy when using the Teal wand as a clinician collected sample. And then the results come back, they're reviewed by a clinician, and the clinician will then release those results to you, make sure you understand them. If you have an abnormal result, we'll meet with you again via telehealth to explain what that means and any required in-person next steps you might have.
Do you need a referral?
Nope. You can come directly to Teal, and the Teal clinicians can help you.
Okay. Do you see this model expanding to other types of cancer screenings?
Well, we've already seen it in colorectal. So colorectal you can already do at home with both Cologuard or FIT kits. And we've seen the importance of screening be increased as a result of access to screening. So in COVID, colorectal didn't decline at all. So we do see this happening already. And then obviously every single woman, once they hear about us addressing the pap smear, asks immediately, can we do this with the mammogram? So one thing at a time. We just got through the FDA in May, but the idea is let's make it as easy as possible for women to get access to healthcare and stay healthy.
Has this been rolled out nationwide?
Not yet, but our goal is to be nationwide in early 26, and we've just been rolling out as many states as quickly as possible.
Okay. So what does this milestone mean to you personally as a founder and of course, advocate for women's health?
Yeah, I mean, well, so there's two milestones. One, getting through the FDA was incredibly meaningful. And I think two things that really stood out to me in our clinical trial. One was the accuracy, that we had the exact same accuracy as the doctor, so a woman can have confidence when screening. And the second is a woman's preference and experience. So in our clinical trial, 94% of women prefer Teal to the standard of care, and 97% said it was easy or very easy to use. So those were really important numbers. And now that we're in the market, it's been amazing to see women be so grateful that there's an option that works for them. And as I mentioned, more than half of the women who have been screened were behind in their screening. And almost 20% of them had never been screened before, but were well within screening age. So those kind of like the woman having confidence and now a woman having an option that works for her is just incredibly, just a great feeling to know that you're serving women's needs.
For sure. So what's next for Teal Health in terms of women's health innovation?
Yeah, so I mean, the first is getting nationwide. So that will be happening in early 26 to make sure that every woman can get screened just in time for Cervical Cancer Awareness Month. And then the next is actually getting full coverage. That would be our goal, to make sure that this is easy and accessible and affordable to all women. And then just increasing access to healthcare. What we see in the US is close to half of all counties doesn't have an OB-GYN to deliver a baby, let alone provide women-specific care. So increasing access to telehealth options specifically for women's health is incredibly important. So those are kind of the areas that we're focused on.
Well, Kara, thank you so much for sharing how Teal Health is transforming cervical cancer prevention and empowering women everywhere. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much. And everyone gets screened. Now there's many more options for you.
Absolutely. Give the website one more time for those viewers that are watching that are very interested.
Yeah, it's getteal.com, and it's teal like the color. So teal is to cervical cancer as pink is to breast cancer. So getteal.com.
Perfect. Once again, thank you, Kara. Happy Thanksgiving, all right?
Thank you. Same to you. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
You bet. 9 minutes after the hour, we'll take a break. We're right back here with more headlines next on KFYR+.